Hello again, this is Grandma's Gone Gaming, and I'm going to be showing you the second village in my Mini Villages series. This is the Birch Forest Village. When we were here, when I was with you last, we had looked at the Cliffside Village, which is down the hill over that way, right over there. This village is only one building. I guess the other one is too, but it has all those different layers. This is just a two-story little vacation building, but it has 32 valid doors. Again, as with the other village, the reason that these doors are valid is that they have airspace above them out here, and in here, at least for 2 blocks, it has enclosed space. There is no airspace on the inside of these doors. There is a lot more airspace on the outside of the doors, so that makes those doors valid in the count. Each door is counted by the game as a dwelling. Inside, I have some doors also that are counted, and that is because they have a glass pane above every door. That is airspace. That is transparent space right there, and these 4 doors right here are counted as valid doors. This is my little bedroom area when I was working on this village. This is where I had my bed and I slept. Now the little ones, when they're born, like to go jump on that bed like they like to do. When I got my first zombie villagers, I had 2 neatly trapped, brought up the stairs, had them in here, inside in little cocoons that I made them inside by these doors to do their shivering and shaking that they do when they have been cured by the weakness potion and the golden apples. It takes them a little while, going through withdrawal until they turn into regular villagers. So I had extra trees planted in here. This whole grove has all been planted extra after I took down almost all the trees a couple times to make what I needed to make. And the zombies would come down that hill. As you can see, there's a skeleton up there right now. The creepers sometimes come down here too, but they can't get in here except for when the trees were here. And the zombies would troop right in over the foliage, which I was like, dumb. And they would come in here, and one of my first villagers that had been de-zombified was killed, and another one was actually zombified again. So I had to turn him back again, and then I had to go find another zombie villager. And it didn't take too long, because down there, down the hill, is a great place to hunt in that area down there. This is the standard well here that I made. That actually, I make it a little different size. You don't have to have it. You could make a 2 by 2. You could make a 1 by 1 probably. I'm not sure that the game. Wow, the skeleton shot that golem. I have never seen that happen before. He reached right out and gave him a hit too. Interesting. Anyway, the it is 11 layers deep, and if I were to take out this layer here, you would see that there is water all the way down, just as there is in the other well at the Cliffside Village. In here, I have we have a new baby over here, which I thought they had pretty much capped out, but looks like they have been happy enough. He's going to tell me, look, I'm excited. There's stairs. I'm going to go up. Do you want to go too? Sure, I'll go up with you. Come on, let's go. When you go, they'll like to come with you. And this whole balcony is all lit with the jack-o'-lanterns. And you can see all the way over to Cliffside Village. And you can see the different hostile mobs that are out there. Let's see, it's kind of a rainy night. Rainy night in Georgia. Mini villages. I don't see any. Oh yeah, there we go. There is a creeper coming out down there. There's some skeletons. That's usually a pretty busy place, and I've used it for much hunting. I have lots of gunpowder and lots of arrows and bows. And this space here are the glass panes that I used to make sure that those are valid doors, that the game counts. Leave them open. Again, I have enclosed them so that the villagers don't get hurt when they go up and down. And they're wanting to know if I'm going to trade with them, but they're already been happy, and they've also been fed. They have their own farmers that spend time out here farming. In fact, I was just here just a little bit ago, and they have actually harvested everything that was out here and replanted. Looks like it's all potatoes. Almost all the villages that I've seen very soon it will become all potatoes no matter what it starts out with. Now, I'm going to go out here, and I'm going to go ahead and go down the path and go to the next village. Because we're only 5 minutes into this video, and this is just a very small village, and it's just like, okay, you've seen it, now what? So I'm going to go ahead and go out here, and the last time I did that, I didn't get the gate shut quick enough, and I had to, oh, I'm going to kill you because I really don't need you, and right now I don't want to mess with you. So that was a zombie villager. I'm going to go down the path, which is made out of all slabs and stairs, and I haven't lit it up. I do like to hunt along the way, but it's going to be very fast anyway. As you can tell, it doesn't stop. You don't have to hop when you're going up, unless of course you get off the path, and then the creepers will blow something up, as they just did. We'll go ahead and kill this one. And if I'd have been watching carefully, I would not have gone off the path and had that happen. But I'm not going to spend the time to fix that now. I'll come back and do it later. Right now I'm going to hide from that skeleton until he comes where I can get him. No, I'll just go down and get him. Hello there. Might as well just get you. And get back up on the path and finish my trip. That's the first time that's happened to me on this path, because I wasn't being vigilant enough. Usually I just keep moving like I'm doing now. You can sprint out here and go pretty fast. Start with a fresh sprint. Yeah, oh, I'm almost dead. Anything around? Now nothing's going to spawn out here on the bridge, and I'm pretty safe. So I will go ahead and eat, which I should have been doing before, which is why I can't sprint. Not paying attention to my hunger bar. Okay, now I can sprint. Get a sword out. Usually I'll find a couple skeletons or a couple zombies over here, but they seem to be hiding tonight, so I'm not too worried about them. There's one over there. Might as well stop along the way and get some XP. And this is a good diamond sword with some knockback and lots of power. So it's been enchanted nicely for me. And we'll go ahead and kill another skeleton, because I can always use, even though this bow does have infinity, I can always use the extra arrows. That bow's going to wear out after a while, and I don't know when I'll get some more infinity. Looks like witches over there, 3 of them. I think I will avoid them right now. I do have a bow, and I might just go out and shoot at them here in just a minute. I'll set that bow in place. And let's see if there's anything else around. I don't want to have to battle anything else. There are 3 witches over there. As you can see, this is the Redwood Taiga Hills. And it is quite a successful village. Okay, I'm going to have to go out if I want to shoot at them. Not really sure I want to do this, but I will try. I'll get a little bit further away from him, make sure there's nothing over here at my back. I'll shoot the creeper first, get him out of the way. And get a little higher to shoot him. A little higher yet. There we go. He's knocked back. And now I just got to keep hitting the witches. They're not going to be cinching me pretty much this far. Come on. She's had time to heal now that I've missed her a couple times. So it'll take a couple more hits, but an infinity bow is nice. You don't have to worry about the arrows. Yeah, let's see if I can get her again and get rid of her. Nope, the creeper went down. I should look behind me and see what's there, but I don't want them to heal. I hear sheep around there. Went one witch. And the second one is about ready to go down now. Oh, come on. Aim a little better. Come on, it's a little far away. Alright, just making sure there's nothing behind me, and there's not. So I'm going to get out here just a little bit closer to him. That one's right out here in the water. She can't come very quickly out of the water, so I have a good chance of getting her and killing her. And I hear a zombie right there. Switch to sword because he was coming at me too fast. I'll get back out here and switch to my bow and hit him a couple more times. Where did that other one go? On the hill. It's kind of hard to see in the rain. There we go. We get her. And maybe one more hit. You can see she's pulling out her potion and healing herself. You got to keep on after them. There we go. She's gone. So 2 witches down. I'll go collect the booty here in just a little bit. The XP and all the loot. Get this one. It'll be a little easier since she's in the water. I can hit her several times real quickly. And there she goes. I'm going to collect. There's some redstone, some glowstone dust, and some XP. There may be some sticks and some sugar, and maybe some more redstone. Looks like gunpowder, and a couple of gunpowder piles there. And we're ready to go back over to the village. Okay. Inside of the village, as I mentioned earlier, we have 1 golem, which means there are at least 10 villagers in this village. I'll put that bow away. And I'll show you what I have here. This is the area until just recently that I was using as my bedroom. I've actually slept in another bed now, but I've left this one behind. This is where I have done a lot of work. I've gathered things. I have lots of redstone, as I told you in the last video. That is because I've made the resource fields larger, because I knew I was going to be trading with the villagers. I have here plenty of diamonds, lapis lazuli, as well as what's still at the other place. I have lots of precious metals, and I have used a lot of the iron and gold for trading with these villagers. This is my building materials that are left over. Now, I grew these trees. I put 4x4 saplings in. I grew them, and they will grow that close. They'll grow even closer. You can grow them as close as you want. They will. You might once in a while have to fill in with some logs, but basically I grew these trees, and then I hollowed them out and made these little apartments in here. They have plenty of jack-o'-lantern light, and I grow more pumpkins over here, and I make lots and lots of jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns are a more effective way of lighting. You only have to have a jack-o'-lantern every 5 spaces rather than 4, and each jack-o'-lantern only takes 1 torch, so your torches go further. Now, I'm not going to bother to go out and get him, because sometimes I have not been quick enough with the gates, and I have let the zombies get in here, and which is okay at night, but when it becomes morning like it is now and the villagers are coming out, then you have to be careful. Of course, the golem is here. This is the well underneath here. As you can see, this doesn't look like a standard well on top, but there is water underneath here, and there is an actual standard well underneath here that sets the way for the golem to be generated. As you can see, all the apartments are kept busy, busy, busy. Now, I am not real worried about spawning any more babies, so these villagers you aren't seeing any hearts. They're happy, but I'm not worried about them. Although we could probably get 3 golems here. Maybe eventually down the line I'll concentrate on that. Once again, every door has transparent airspace, even though they are stacked up. Every door is a valid door. There are 32 doors on this layer. There are 8 doors on each tree, and there are 4 trees. So there are 32 doors here. And on the next layer up, there are 32 doors, and on the top layer, there are also 32 doors. The villagers have already begun to move up to this layer, as you can see, just like they did in the Cliffside Village. They like to go up and down the stairs. There's one in here. There's one of the librarians in here. And over here, I have the chests that I have been using to trade with these villagers. Since I plan to still do some trading, I've left these here, haven't moved them on yet. As we go upward, there is the other tier, and as you can see, there was one villager here already. They are starting to come up and populate this area as well. And they love to go up here, especially during the daytime, and spend time out in the open air. What I did when these trees had grown a lot taller than this, but they were all ragged, and the tops were kind of weird looking because of all the trees growing at different heights. So I cut them off here, and then I took dirt and I planted these trees here so I would get the more natural tops. Trees continually grow out here, as you can see around in this area. Huge. They all grow like that. Not all of them, but many of them. So these are natural trees, but then I have put jack-o'-lanterns up there to make sure that we don't get any spiders spawning in this area. I like the glass floors here, which serve their purpose for the doors, but also I can see where the villagers are and make sure everything's all right, and they like that too. Now, if they were happy, those two villagers would probably make a baby. I haven't seen any new ones here for a while, though. I haven't traded them, and I haven't fed them, so they are not really doing a whole lot. Even though they have their own farm, um, they would need a lot more trading up before they would start making more babies. Now, once again, you can feed them the food from the farm, or you can trade with them, and they will become extremely happy, and then they will keep mating. There are plenty of valid doors here to make up to 3 golems. Busy, busy, busy. Okay, so now you have seen the Redwood Taiga Hills village, which has its own farm here, and the happy little villagers, and I'm going to leave you with that. And when I come back for episode 3, I will show you the village that I'm working on now, which at this point has only one little lonely villager, which has been another zombie villager, as were the 2 that began this village. And I will possibly maybe be able to capture another one while we're in that village. We'll see how that goes. Until next time, goodbye.